We continue on with 3-round mock drafts. We're at pick 22 with a team that's near and dear to my heart because it's the first one we ever had a video that went over 1,000 views with. It's the Los Angeles Chargers. I think this draft falls really nicely for Jim Harbaugh because a lot of the pieces that they need are going to be there when they pick. It's just a question of what order do you want to take them in. I think they get 2 tremendous playmakers and a nice project in this 3-round mock draft. I'm Jeremy Green of ESPN Radio Asheville, thesportsocracy.com, and NFLdraft.net, and this is a 3-round mock draft for the Los Angeles Chargers.
I get knocked down, I get back up.
The Sportsocracy.
And I'm unapologetic.
Being here in North Carolina, we see a lot of Tobacco Road football, and we are official affiliates of the team this kid plays for. Pick number 22, the North Carolina Tar Heels, running back Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina. I don't think this kid's that far behind Ashton Jeanty. He just doesn't get the love. Absolutely crushed teams. 1,660 yards last year, 1,500 the year before. And low-key, he's a really good pass catcher, too. He just wasn't asked to do that a ton at North Carolina. Second most yards after contact in all of college football. Tied for 4th for most carries of 15-plus yards. 10th in missed tackles forced. I absolutely love this kid. Really high elusive rating. We watched him a ton. He was the offense for North Carolina. Do not get skewed by usage rates and things like that. This kid is an absolute dog and would be the bell cow that Jim Harbaugh's looking for. You add him and J.K. Dobbins together, that would make this team an absolute elite running team, I believe, because those two guys do very different things. First round pick for the Chargers, Omarion Hampton at pick number 22. We go into the second round at pick 54. And I'm not going to lie, this was a guy that I didn't love as much until I saw him in Mobile, and then I couldn't take my eyes off of him. 54, Elijah Arroyo, tight end out of Miami. The medical on him at the Combine is going to be absolutely huge because he had a ton of injury issues at Miami. But last year, completely healthy. Played 13 games, had 590 yards on 35 catches. But then you see him in a vacuum, which I saw him in Mobile at the Senior Bowl. Nobody could defend him. Corners were getting outrun by this kid. He's an absolute hybrid freak athlete, and I think would be an elite receiving target for Justin Herbert. He will be good in year 1. I think he will get better as time goes on because he just doesn't necessarily have the reps under his belt. Played a grand total in 2023 and 2022. Played a grand total of less than 175 snaps because of injuries. So the medical is a big deal. If the Chargers fail him, I get it. It would probably be Mason Taylor or maybe Harold Fannin Jr. I definitely want to add a tight end to this team. Arroyo is a better run blocker than most of the guys that you could get right here. He's also raw at it, so he could get even better. I love the fit. I love the value. Colston Loveland was not on the board at 22. If he is, I believe that would be their pick, and then they would take a running back in round 2. That would look something like Ollie Gordon or maybe Brashard Smith out of SMU. I like it better this way, and I don't think Colston Loveland will be there at 22. Pick number 54, Elijah Arroyo, tight end out of Miami. I fully believe that Joey Bosa is no longer going to be a member of the Los Angeles Chargers because the cap number is just preventative. You add that and Khalil Mack, one of them's coming back and one of them's leaving. I believe Mack will be back. Bosa will be gone. So I need a young developmental pass rusher. And this is not a name that's sexy, but man, he really showed out at the Combine, or at the Senior Bowl, and it was all because of the physical. Jah Joyner, edge rusher out of Minnesota. This is one of the fastest raw pass rush players you will ever see. In terms of body build, 6'5", 265. I think he can stand up. I think he can have his hand in the dirt. 13.2% pass rush win rate at Minnesota last year in 2024. In 2023, 9 sacks. But here's something to look at. Sack total went down in 24 to just 3. Hurry stayed practically the same. Hits stayed practically the same. He started getting double teamed because that Minnesota defense was not very good. So teams knew that he was the player they absolutely had to deal with. This is a raw prospect, but I think 2 years from now you could really be looking at something in that Charger defense. I think he's going to be a pass rush specialist in the NFL, and a damn good one at that. Pick number 86 to the Los Angeles Chargers, Jah Joyner. If you like these picks, if you hate these picks, if there's a player you want to talk about with your Chargers, I'm happy to do it. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Chargers. So throw those in the comments. If you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, tell me why. Throw your mock drafts down there. I'll tell you what I think. And we will be doing this all 64 days. It's nothing but draft content, off-season content right here on this channel between now and the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay, and we'll be there live for every pick on Radio Row. And next week, 2025 Scouting Combine, it's the Mullet Man in the Canadan in Indiana. Yeah, I don't like rhyming. It's a Tank thing. He hurt himself. He liked it. I'm going with it. We'll be live at the Scouting Combine. All the workouts. We'll be doing lives every night talking about all the things that are happening in Indianapolis. I'm Jeremy Green. You can find my prospect rankings, mock drafts, all the things at NFLdraft.net. You can also find me weekdays at noon on ESPN Radio Asheville. You can find that here on the YouTube channel. You can find it on the iHeartRadio app. Just search The Sportsocracy. I'm Jeremy Green. Find me at ESPN Draft Nerd on Twitter. And I'll see you next time for the next mock draft for your Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm unapologetic. Cancel, yeah, you can try. You can't cancel what's been tonight. I ain't been had a shit, no silver spoon in hell.